Welcome to the channel, people. Um, Not a video I thought I'd be making. Not a video I thought I would randomly make on Boxing Day afternoon. But wanted to review the NBA game that happened today, the Celtics versus 76ers. Obviously, me being a Celtics fan, I'm absolutely deflated that we lost that game. And King being a Sixers fan, I'm sure he's happy, but his team still got a long way to go. But is what it is. Um, King, congrats on the win, my bro, and belated Merry Christmas to all of you, whoever's watching, and and yourself as well.
Yeah, happy holidays to everyone, and obviously approaching the new year. Yeah, the Christmas games were good this year. I'm not gonna lie to you, um, unexpected win. I think Sixers came to play. I like the commentator said on multiple occasions. I think this is like the third time you've seen Embiid, Maxi, and George on the same court. So I think it's good to see all three of them play, and I think you're seeing a version of the Sixers that we should have seen from the start of the season. Healthy, fit, and able to compete in any game. But yeah, there's still problems. There's still problems. I don't think overall in the game, I think we were poor in the third quarter and stuff. But we'll talk about that and more. I think it was just a topsy turvy game. Just like most Christmas games, I think it's probably the closest feeling to like a playoff game for these players because they always want to win on Christmas Day. So it felt kind of like a big game, especially the rivalry between Philly and Boston. So it was good to get the win, but yeah, no, it was I was thinking that it was gonna go the other way at some points, but we'll talk about that and more.
Let's start with the Sixers. I mean, what was your biggest takeaway from the game? Because obviously you guys won the game. We'll talk about the Sixers first because you guys were the winners of the game, right? And we'll talk about the losers last because obviously the Celtics are the real losers tonight. We are the real losers tonight. Back-to-back losses already. Back-to-back embarrassing losses already. By the way, and I know. Last show I was doing the big talk and all that, but this time I'm gonna actually keep it calm. I'm not gonna be one of those Celtics fans be like, oh, I'm arrogant. I'm not gonna be that anymore. For the rest of the season, I can't be asked. Unless we beat the Lakers, then that's when you'll see me shameless. Otherwise I ain't gonna be shameless for the rest of the season. I could be bothered anymore. These past two losses have really deflated me because the last one we were up by 15 against Orlando with three of their best players, and yet they still won the game because Porzingis couldn't defend because we couldn't make buckets down the stretch. And then this game, yeah, we just kept missing shots. We had to go on an 11-0 run to win to come back, almost come back, and we lost the game. Embarrassing, really embarrassing. I don't get it. People say, "Oh, we're 2028," and what? And what? If you're losing back-to-back games like this, you don't deserve to win the championship. I know it's early in the regular season. I don't care. I'm gonna call it out as it is because I don't do these streams often, and I never done the Celtics stream like this. But it's one of those where I'm actually getting fed up. I'm actually getting fed up. But we'll start with you first. Obviously, the Sixers. Like, go. You can start, bro. Obviously, because you guys won the game, and you guys you had a really good game. Talk us through the game. Talk us about obviously your game plan. Talk us about your sort of yeah.
It was funny because before the game, Embiid had a trip up with just before the game, so he tweaked his ankle a bit. Obviously, he's got the face mask, so it was kind of here or there whether he's going to be available. But I think the thing about this game is that him and Maxi showed up. We got some, yeah, yeah. The Lakers game was special as well. I ain't gonna lie, that ending was mad.
That
But
poor
in
defense
terms of
towards the end by Golden State. The
yeah,
very
it was, it
poor
was.
defense at the end. Curry's insane though. That shot that went in.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
Cold,
my
cold.
god, that's cold.
Only he can do that. Only he can do that.
Yeah, only
But
he can do.
but on my
Actually, well,
team,
it
I
was.
think
Yeah, sorry, trying to interrupt you. That really reminded me a bit of Ray Allen's, a shot against what do you call this? Was it the Spurs that he's? Yeah, it was like
Spurs
Ray
from
Allen.
Miami, yeah, last minute,
No,
yeah.
no, yeah, that shot in the finals, very similar, but like yeah, but Curry was off balance, and he just took that shot. Like wow, what a shot, what a
Mm.
shot, man! Like honestly, real talk, that is such a good shot. But yeah, the Lakers won the game at the end, man. Golden State, had they made all their free throws, it could have been a tied game, and it could have gone overtime. This game deserved overtime. This game really deserved overtime. The Lakers should have closed it out like a long time ago. but the
Yeah.
Warriors managed to fight back. Like, but honestly, but we'll talk about that like on another show. But this show we're just talking about the Celtics Sixers. But big up Siobhan every time, bro. Yeah, Curry went off, man. Yeah, but go on, bro. Sorry to interrupt you. Continue.
And that's all good. It's all good. But yeah, no, I think the game, the good thing for us because Paul George didn't show up today. I think he's been very poor in recent weeks. But we had some good shooting from Caleb Martin. Obviously, he went 7 from 9 for the free. So I think
That
if you
prick
have a
always does it against us. Always. For the Heat as well, man. I fucking hate this guy, man. Piss off. Fucking piss off, man. Fucking Caleb Martin, you bum.
Yeah, so like when you have a guy like that showing up and showing out, it makes it easy. Obviously, we got good bench minutes from Lowry Jackson and Yasu Bele as well. So I think it was just a overall team effort. I think we were okay from the free, but we were pretty much perfect from the free throw line, and that I think also helped out. I think we're 19 from 19 from free throws, so being able to be perfect from that gave us the kind of extra edge over the Celtics because they missed a couple of those and they never got enough of those. They never really went in the paint as much. And I think overall, I think it was one of those games where the first two quarters we had the slight edge. The third quarter, the Celtics came back to tie up the game, and then the fourth quarter was just it could have gone either way. I think, especially at points where the Celtics had runs in the crowd into the game, it was kind of like this could go bad. But I think for once, our coach Nick Nurse made the right calls when it came to the right timeouts to kind of slow the momentum of the Celtics and kind of like rejig the defense and stuff like that. And I think we just got away with it in the end because I think on another day we could have lost that very easily. I think there was a lot of opportunities that the Celtics messed up with. I think they shot too many threes, I think. And yeah, I just
I've
think
been saying that to people, but they don't want to listen to me. I've been telling these
exactly.
people they shoot too many 3-pointers every possession, always chucking up a three. Why? Just go to the basket, you lazy bum. Seriously, like why can't you just attack the basket, bro? We have one of the most physical players in the league. All 5 of these players are one of the most physical players in the league. Why can't you just attack the basket? Like the game against Chicago that we lost, we didn't attack the basket. We took too many 3-pointers, and then Chicago went on a run. We were attacking the paint. We scored so many points in the paint. Why didn't you just take advantage? It's pissing me off, bro. I don't understand this. This 3-ball is not always gonna work. It's not always gonna fall. So you have to find another solution. And when we did, we almost came back. We shot very less threes in the fourth quarter. But when we shot those threes, it was because momentum. You don't just shoot threes because you don't have momentum. You can't just chuck up a three because momentum. Swinging towards this team, that team. Just go and get a basket. Just go and get a basket anyhow. If you score three, sure. But then the 2-pointers are there for a reason. You can get a 2-pointer and still get back into the game. It's not that difficult. Like I don't understand. I love Derek White. Yeah, Derek White's not been great the past few games. Derek White's one of my favorite players in the league. He's one of my favorite players to watch. Like just the way he plays, the way he carries the team on his back sometimes. But then you also got to look at why does he always shoot 3-pointers every single possession? Why is it every possession that he always wants to shoot a 3? Tatum shot back-to-back 3s in the first. I didn't watch the first quarter. I woke up late because I stayed up late last night. Yeah, and trust me, I'd have been fuming. I would have been fuming. But I'm gonna watch the game back anyways. I'm still gonna watch the game back I'm still gonna watch it all back. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, but you're a fake fan. You watch the game. Yeah, because it's what time it is for me. It's like the game was at 5 a.m. in the morning for me. The things I do for my team, I wake up to watch the Celtics all the time, bro. Sometimes I even stay up to watch the Celtics because that's how much I love this team. That's how much I defend this team. I've been defending this team on shows. You can watch. You can go back and watch all the shows. I've been defending the heck out of this team. I've been defending this team so much all season. But these past 2 games have really, really sucked the life out of me. It really has. The past 2 games have really sucked the life out of me. Just watching the way we play, it's lazy down the stretch, man. Lazy. And I've been calling it since the Raptors game in preseason, bro. You know we lost by 1 point against the Raptors in preseason, right? People will be like, oh, it's just a preseason. But I saw what some portion in the game we kept on shooting three, trying to force it to go in. Is what it is. Sorry, bro. I just wanted to say it, but go on, bro.
No, it's all good. You live and die by the free. That kind of happens in the modern day game. I mean, Pritchard went 0 for 8 from the free as well. So normally his
still better than
decent
Austin
score.
Reeves. He's still better than Austin Reeves. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, Austin Reeves showed up with a triple double, so I think he's
Pritchard nearly scored a 40-point triple double once.
yeah. But no, but Pritchard he didn't come off with bench points that you usually get. So I think that was also a big factor that your bench didn't show up as well. I think it's important that your second unit does at least get some points in these type of games when it's very close like that, especially towards the end. And I think overall, I think the Celtics just need to focus more on the interior. I think you're right; they do shoot up a lot of threes, and when you do that, if you're a team that just bases your attack around the threes, you have to live and die by it. If you mess up, then and chuck up those shots, then that's easy rebounds for the other team. That's easy points for them to get back, especially if they're a team that has a big man like Embiid or guys like Maxi that can just get into the paint. And the fact is, we won that game even though Paul George didn't show up or turn up. So it's kind of thing of you need to kind of if one of the big three of the Sixers doesn't show up, you need to take advantage of that. And even though Caleb Martin kind of took up in terms of the points in that aspect and kind of had a flawless game compared to what we're used to from him. I think you needed a bit more from the role players outside of because I think Tatum still showed up, an amazing double double. Jalen Brown did his thing, and Al Horford even showed up a bit as well. But I think the other guys let you down, and yeah, as I said, you can't have a guy like Pritchard go 0 and 8 for free. You can't have Derek White go 5 for 10 for free, and that's like what 5 shots out of maybe like 13 shots that you could have.
Your team shameless, by the way. Just to let you know, you guys are 11 for 17. I don't want to take the piss, yeah, but come on, you guys are so
the admin's a fool. He's such a fool.
He's such a fool.
But it's the big rival in it. So in the Christmas game,
is.
anything goes. We don't care about like for that one night. We don't care about the season. It's just about winning that game.
It's just, you know what it is, bro. It's more the fact that I'm pissed off that we lost on Christmas Day. If this was like a loss on like, for example, on like a random like on a random Thursday like this, like in like for example February, I'd be like, you know what, it's okay. I'm not gonna be as pissed as I am today because the fact that it's Christmas, I wanted the Celtics to win on Christmas. It's Christmas. Like Christmas only happens once a year. And Christmas games happen once a year. I want Celtics Sixers rivalry, right? It was so undermined. Like people undermined this game before because people were like, "Oh, but the Sixers ain't doing well. Celtics got this in the bag." That's not true. Christmas games, anything happens. I'll take you back to 2008 where we lost to the Lakers after leading by so much. So you never, underestimating teams on Christmas Day, underestimating games on Christmas Day. It's not the way forward. It isn't the way forward. But sorry, go on, bro.
No, I got nothing else really to say. I just think it was we had the first half, we edged it. Your third quarter was you held us to 16 in the third quarter, so your third quarter was probably your best quarter, and then the fourth we just edged it again. So it was fine margins, really. I think it was fine margins. I don't think we were superior to you in any way. I just think it was just those moments towards the end we kind of stepped up in the clutch, and we had a couple guys step up in the clutch with clutch free throws from Embiid. We had Maxi do a couple things towards the end, and I think, as I said, the coach made the right calls when it came to timeouts. So when you did have those runs, when you did have the moments where the crowd got into the game, it just kind of stopped it, slowed it down, and that's what you got to do when you're away, especially in the TD Garden. That moment where Maxi got stolen from twice in a row, and you're thinking, oh, is this gonna go the opposite way? Is Celtics gonna come and ambush us? And As I said, going into the game, I didn't expect to win. I said without Embiid, we'd get thrashed, and with Embiid, we'd lose in a close one. But I'm just happy it went the other way. But it is what it is. It's just a one-off game, really. We still are, as you said, Sixers have a long season to go. We're still negative in the standings, and this shouldn't just be a one win and rest on our laurels. We need to win multiple games in a row and use this as a springboard for the rest of the season and keep the three big men healthy. Because if as long as we can keep our big three healthy, we can be shown that we can beat anyone. So I think I'm a little bit more hopeful for the new season, but for the rest of the season, I mean, but it's still a long way to go, as you said, and I don't know if we're gonna.
Yeah.
We will make at minimum play in, but I'm not
No,
sure
I
if we.
think you will. I think you will, bro. You're 11 for 17. You're 6 games behind what? You're 6 games behind what? Your loss your loss record. I reckon, bro. It's still a long season. You guys will definitely make the playoffs. I think you guys will. I reckon you guys will make the playoffs. Definitely. I've been saying this. The Sixers are not done. Like you've been writing off your season. I said you're not done. I don't think you are. You've got so many games left to go. And like I said, the Lakers in 2022, 2023, I don't want to compare you guys to them, yeah, because I don't like the Lakers, right? But I'm just want to say that they were, I think they were like 2 for 8 or something like that. And they were like on a horrible loss record. So, and then they caught up and, they managed to get the playoffs, do the play-in. But so I reckon you guys can still qualify. It's not done till it's done, really. I
Yeah,
mean, if you want to get Cooper Flag, it's not, I mean, you guys won't be able to get him, but to get him, like to make the playoffs, I think it's more important, really, because you don't want to be losing Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, you know what it is with today. You know what it is with Joel Embiid today. It was very easy to play against him at some points because we kept taking the ball off him in the fourth quarter. We kept taking the ball off him, and it was like we kept on scoring. I was like, why don't the Celtics just keep on trying that? Just keep on trying. Just keep on doing it. Just attack Joel Embiid because he was injured. I don't ever want to say, oh, he's injured. Like, let's laugh at him. I don't condone injuries, right? Like, people laughing at injuries, right? But what I wanted to do is that he was the weakest link in terms of defense, like, because you know what it is. He was injured. He couldn't run as much, right? So attack.
yeah,
So Joel Embiid, attack him, and we didn't do that properly. We didn't do that, man. And the Celtics just, it's our first back-to-back loss since last season. It's our first
yeah,
back-to last season, and you know what it is? When we lost to Orlando Magic, yeah, we were 22-6 last year. This year we were 22-7. So then I felt better reading it, but then now the Sixers game happened, and I'm like, it doesn't feel like it, man. It doesn't feel like we've done well because
mm,
last season we had a much better start than this season. I'll be real. We didn't lose back-to-back games till like February or March, sorry. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I'm not happy. I'm really not happy with the way the Celtics have been playing the last few games. I don't want people to give me this no Drew Holiday excuse. Fuck off. Literally, there's no Drew Holiday, and what? We missed shots in the clutch. We missed shots when it mattered most. Jason Tatum turned up. Fair play to him. He turned up. Because you know why? He's our best player. And he's one of the best players in the league. And I've been saying this, and I will say this. He's one of the best players in the league. That 40-point triple-double he did the other day, oh my days, bro. The way he did that triple-double the other day, like, take your hats off to him. Like, really. Hats off to him. The guy is just unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He's carrying this team. I wish he played in Orlando, man. I wish he played in Orlando. Because even though I can't say that because obviously, there's no Jason Tatum, we should have still beaten Orlando without Jason Tatum. I'm being real. KP had a terrible game that day. He had a terrible, terrible game that day. Porzingis had a terrible game. Holiday had one of his better games. I think he was one of our better. Oh, sorry, I can't even talk. He's one of our better players that day. And today didn't play, but that's still no excuse because we missed shots when it mattered most, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's more as if like the Celtics just have to make shots in the clutch. We can't keep handing teams the win like this. Free win. Orlando Magic had a free win the other day. 15-point lead at halftime. You come back and you lose. Third quarter. It's the third quarter shit that happens all the time, bro. You know what it is? we can lead big at halftime, right? But it's just the third quarter like collapse that we always have, and the fourth quarter we make it a game. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that, man. I don't know why you're here, mate. Merry Christmas. Yeah, big up, bro. Big up, big up, big up. No, I don't know, man. I don't know. Still a long way to go. Still a long season ahead. I mean, we can still turn it around. But the biggest issue is why are we not making shots when it matters most? Is my question. We just keep chucking threes up, and that's really been our way of playing. I don't like it. I don't like the way we play. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it while it lasted, but it's just when it's not sustainable, you have to change it up. When it's not sustainable, you have to change it up, right?
Yeah, definitely. But I think
Bye. Happy New Year.
with the Celtics though, I don't think you should be too upset because
I am upset though.
it was a weird stat. It was like you're the last team to have back-to-back losses. So
Bro,
most teams have done this.
Sorry interrupted you, yeah. Sorry interrupted you again, yeah. We had a record of I think 50-something games in a row of making more than 10 threes, 10 3-pointers. Yeah. That ended against Orlando Magic. That ended. We made 8 3-pointers the whole game. 8 threes the whole game.
I missed that. That's wild, to be honest. That's a Magic without Banchero and that.
Yeah. You know what it is with the Celtics, yeah? Last year we played the Lakers at home. We lost to them without LeBron and AD. It's always like, you know what it is? Whenever they don't have their best players, they always turn up against us. We always play down to competition. We always allow teams to, you know what it is? We don't beat teams when we're supposed to. We just lose to these teams. I'm like, you lost to the Sixers when they're at their worst. When they're at their worst. And credit to you guys. I mean, you deserve the win. Like, I'm not even taking anything away from the Sixers. I'm just saying that this was a clear chance to beat the Sixers on Christmas Day. To go 18-20 on Christmas Day. It's more the fact that I'm upset that we lost on Christmas rather than just on a random day. On a random day, I'm more upset that we lost on Christmas rather than just on a random Thursday or something like that. And trust me, it's one of those games. It happens to everyone. Of course, we can lose to anyone, but at the same time, you shouldn't allow yourself to be in this position to lose to these teams. When things go wrong, I'll just say it as it is. When things go wrong, I'm trust me, the Celtics record does not concern me, right? It's just the way we're playing concerns me. We've been getting away with it in some games because this season we've had teams almost come back and we managed to run away with the win. So what I'm trying to say is it's not always sustainable playing the 3-ball. It's not always sustainable. Just try something else. Try something else. Don't always go for the 3-ball. It's not going to work every single time. It isn't. It isn't, man. Mazzulla needs to fix it. And Mazzulla is a really good coach. I like Mazzulla. He's a very, very good coach. But there's so many times in the season where he can just call timeouts. Call timeouts if you really have to. Just drain them. You can't go into the 3 minutes without 4 timeouts. I think that's what it is. So try and call as many as you can to try and win the game. Mazzulla, this one thing about Mazzulla is he doesn't like to call timeouts. He always likes to say, let the team figure it out themselves. And that's one thing. When the team can't figure it out, you then help the team. You then call timeout to help. You bring them in, bring them in, regroup, go back out and go for it again. Because we almost came back. We almost came back and won the game. We could have, but we didn't because we made a mistake. We made mistakes down the stretch. That defensive error. Oh my days, bro! You see that 1.1 shot clock with Tyrese Maxey towards the end of the game. That was terrible. I don't know who was tracking him. Al Horford was just standing there. No one tracked Maxey. Maxey had a free lane to the basket. Almost lost the ball, but had a free shot, free lane to the basket, and bosh, he scored. Terrible. Our defense has not been good. People can read this. People can say, "Oh, we're 6 on defense." What? We lost games. It's not about how many points. It's not about you conceding less points than this team, that team. It's about how you concede those points. It's about how you lose those games. Don't look at rankings and stuff. That's very misleading. Very, very misleading. Don't look at those standings. Just look at the fact that just look at the way we can see those points. It's terrible. It's actually terrible. Porzingis, I don't know. I didn't see him play it because I woke up late. I watched a bit of the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Yeah, and I'm almost like, KP's like he's injured again. He's not fit. Availability is the best ability. If you can't be available, then I'm sorry. Then don't play. Then why play him then? If he's gonna constantly get injured, why play him? Why? You can't. If you can't play someone that's fit. Sorry. If you can't keep him fit, then what's the point? You're just throwing him in games and allow him to get injured again. He came back from a long-term injury. He came back earlier than I expected, by the way. Porzingis came back way earlier than I expected. I was expecting him to come back now, like in December. I was expecting him to come back in, like, you know what it is? This was the game I expected him to make his return. Like, this Christmas game was probably the game I expected Porzingis to make his return in the season. But the fact that he returned earlier than I expected, I think that's the wrong move. It's the wrong move. You're playing him much earlier than he anticipated. Than I anticipated, because you're only gonna allow him to get injured even more. And he's not fit again. He's probably gonna be out for the next game now. We play the Pacers back-to-back. Not back-to-back days, but back-to-back games against the Pacers. Oh, bro. Siakam, Halliburton, field day against our defense. I still think we'll win the game. I don't know why I'm positive about the game. They beat us last time, but I was in Indiana. In Boston, I don't know. I don't even want to say, oh, Celtics going to win this and that. I'm going to be cautious with my predictions. It'll be a tight game. It's going to be a very, very close game against Indiana. Either we'll win the game, or they just have a really good game and they just beat us. The Sixers are good against top half teams. The Sixers are actually good against what? I don't know. Where are they? How many? What's your record against top half teams? Like, what is it, like 0.5 against teams above 0.5? What is it? Like, apparently it was like some that like I was hearing, like, you guys were like better than teams above 0.5 or something. Like, you, like, not better, but you tend to beat teams that are above 0.5. Because you beat the Because what's your record this week? You got 2 wins in a row, right? You beat the what's it called?
We beat the Spurs.
Magic, right? Beat the Spurs, right? You beat the Spurs, and then who else did you beat before that? Did you win the game before that? You did, right? I swear you beat the Hornets or something before that, right?
Yeah, I think so. Well, we lost to Cleveland and then beat the Hornets back to back.
So you lost. So now you wait. Is this 4 wins in a row for the Sixers?
No, just back to back wins because we lost to Cleveland.
This is 4 wins in the last 5 games. This is good form. In December, right? This is December for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins. 8 wins. 1, 2, 3. 3 losses the whole month, and you've got 8 wins. That's improvement, bro. That's improvement. This is what I've been saying all season. You can win it. You can win a few games in a row, lose 1, and then go another run. This is why I said the Sixers aren't out of the playoff contention yet. They're not out. Long season ahead. You guys are still in the playoffs. Like, you can still make the playoffs very easily. It's just about whether Joel Embiid can, turn up. And he turned up today.
Stay fit, yeah.
Boston. Yeah, it's Boston. He wants to turn up. People underestimated this game so much. They underestimated this game. And because I was like, in my head, Joel Embiid always wants to play against Boston. He always loves playing against Boston. I'm always thinking, Joel Embiid loves to play against Boston. So, of course, he'll turn up today. Turned up on one leg, I think. On one leg. He turned up on one leg, bro. And yeah, we just made mistakes down the stretch and we lost the game. But really and truly, I can't wrap my head around how the fact we lost this game, how we allowed the Sixers to take control of this game. When I saw the Celtics take the lead in the third quarter, I was like, that's our first lead since 9-8? We must be having a shit game, because I woke up late, right? So also we must be having a shit game, and I didn't do my pre-match rituals, so. Could that be another excuse for a loss? No, I'm just kidding. Screw that. I don't care about pre-match rituals anymore. I just care about how the game goes, But yeah, big up to you guys, man. Obviously, you guys won your game. What's your next game looking like? Who you play next? Who you play next game?
Let me check. I think
I actually have it up right now. Actually, hold on. Add it up. You got the Utah Jazz away. You'll win that game. And you've got two winnable games where you've got the Blazers and the Jazz back to back on the road. You can win those two games and definitely get back in the win column. Definitely get back in the win column.
We need to win those games. I don't
Oh,
think we have
of course,
any.
of course you will.
We don't really have a margin for error against teams like that. I think.
No. I hear that. No, definitely. I agree. Definitely, 100%. You will win those games, and I reckon that you know what. It's about how it's about how you win them. It's about how you turn your season around now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's because, because now that there's gonna be games where, you know, there's gonna be games where you struggle and games where you turn up. And these games you need to turn up. You need to make it 4 wins in a row. You need to make it what do you call it? You need to make it 10-3 December. That'll be a fantastic month. If you can make it 10-3, right? You will be this will be your record, yeah. By the end of December. This will be your record by the end of December. If you can win 2 more games, you'll be 17, sorry. 13-17. That should take you just above Chicago Bulls, or maybe just about next to the Pistons. Because right now you're 2 games behind the Detroit Pistons in the play-in tournament, so you guys can definitely make the play-in, bro. It's in your hands now to get the wins and get the play-in. As for the Celtics, I'm not worried about our record. I'm just more worried about how we're playing rather than how we're It's not about the record. It's about the way we're playing. Like you gotta pick up gotta get 3 wins in a row to close out the year. Because when we start January, this is our fixtures. Yeah, I'm reading the fixtures to start January. This is our first few games. Right, this is our 4 games to start January. We go on the road. We go on the West Coast road trip. Yeah, this is our fixtures. Yeah, this is our fixtures looking like. Here, look at this. So we got Pacers at home, back-to-back games, not back-to-back days, but back-to-back home games against the Pacers. Then we got the Raptors to close out the year on New Year's Eve. We start the year off with the Timberwolves away. Then we got the Rockets away. Then we got the OKC away. We got the Denver Nuggets away. Then we go home to Sacramento. And the New Orleans Pelicans. This is a tough. This is going to be tough, man. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough start to the year. And then later on in the month we have the Warriors, Clippers, Lakers, Dallas. That's another 4-game road trip right there. So we have to start picking up wins, man. Start picking up momentum. Otherwise, we're just going to struggle. We're going to struggle like how we did in 22-23. We struggled to shoot the 3 ball in most games. And we got blown up by the Thunder in one of those games. We got blown up like 51 points or something. That was a crazy loss. So I don't want us to return to our old habits. I don't think we will. I'm not going to say it's an arrogance. I don't think we will return to our old form like we did in 22-23. But we have to start picking up. We have to start playing better. We need to start, shooting threes in much better fashion rather than just chucking it up out of nowhere, Because we can't just keep shooting threes after three, and then just missing. Attack the basket, be aggressive early in the game. Because if you be aggressive, then you start to scare teams. We still have a fear factor, but the fear factor is not going to be there if you don't use it. You have your fear factors right there. Tatum and Brown, attack the rim. Don't just keep chucking up 3-pointers. Jaylen Brown, he's had good games. He had a very good game last game against the Magic. Can't blame him one bit. Carried us that game, right? Then he, I don't remember how many points he got today, but regardless of that, still we still need to stop. You still need to turn up. Tatum carried us today. You need to score 30+ points with your partner. You and Tatum need to score 30+ points on most given nights. You and Tatum need to have the ball. You and Tatum need to carry the ball. It should not be Drew Holiday, Derek White, or Porzingis carrying the ball. It should be you two carrying the ball and them supplying you. They're the defensive unit. They're just pieces around you. You two need to turn up together. Otherwise, Tatum can't just have 40 and Jaylen Brown has to have 25. I want even numbers from them both. I want even numbers. I'm not saying trade them, cut them. No, not like that at all. People don't misunderstand me. Don't misquote me. What I want is both of them to have similar numbers every night, or at least most given nights. Tatum and Brown need to score 30+ points together. Because Jamal Murray and Jokic did score often when they were going to the championship. I think they had even numbers most nights. LeBron, AD have similar numbers. So what I want is my team and my duo to get even numbers on most given nights, and we'll be fine. But as it stands, yeah, if we don't pick up momentum, our first 4 games to start the year are tough as fuck. They're tough, man. Tough games to start the year. Very, very tough games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll let you continue, man. I'll let you continue, bro. I just wanted to say that, man.
No, I hear that. I hear that. I think it's been a good month for my team.
Yeah, 100%. Very good for you guys.
I just think we just need to keep our guys fit. I think if we can keep Embiid fit and carry on the way we're carrying on, we can definitely win the next 2 games. But then after that, you got the Kings, you got the Warriors, then you've got the Suns coming up as well. So it's going to be a very difficult January. So it's just going to be about keeping this momentum going. And I think if we can get a good run going, I think it's going to be a good end towards the end of the season and towards the second half, towards kind of like if we can be at least 50-50 by the or at least a positive record by the time it's the All-Star break, then I think anything's really possible for us. But
Yeah.
it's just gonna be about keeping consistent and keeping our guys fit, because that's been the biggest plight up to this point, is that we've had points where George is down, we had points where Maxey was down, we had points where Embiid was down. So it's just about kind of improving that in a sense. As for your team, I think I wouldn't be too worried. I would be worried if you win. If you lose,
I'm just concerned. That's all. I'm just
yeah,
concerned.
I would be concerned at the moment. But if you lose a couple more games, then you may look even to go behind even who's third at the moment?
Sorry.
In the East.
No, I don't think we'll be third in the East. We're still ahead of New York by a few more games.
Yeah, by 2 games. But if you lose a couple more, they win a couple more, then it can get a bit sticky. So I think
you're right.
Sixers. No, I mean I think the Celtics need to kind of rebound. I think they need to show up and show out the next couple of games, and especially the next game at home, just because of your crowd. You can't let your crowd down at home on Christmas Day and not have a return performance, especially the way the crowd was. I think the crowd was wild towards the fourth quarter as well.
Bro, we are 17-21 on Christmas Day. We could have easily caught up to the record by beating you guys today, and the next year, and then the year after. Because you're not always given to play on Christmas Day. You're not always guaranteed to play on Christmas Day. You're selected to play on Christmas Day. It's a privilege to play on Christmas Day. So take it as an opportunity and win the game. Don't turn up on nights like this. It's Christmas. Everyone's gone to watch you. Yeah, the whole town, the whole Boston's gone to watch you against the Sixers. It's a rivalry game. Don't turn up like this against the Sixers. Not to discredit the Sixers or anything, but the way they've been playing this season, yeah, we should be turning up against them. No Drew Holiday, no KP, not an excuse. Turn up, simple as. It's not that difficult. Just turn up, show a bit of fight. Stop being lazy with the 3-point shots. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm really sick and tired of it. When it doesn't work, so change it up. Find another solution to win games. You know? And people be like, oh, I'm complaining 22-8. But I don't want to lose back-to-back games like this. It's concerning. It's a bit concerning. Even though even though it's not as concerning, it still is a little bit concerning. Because I'm seeing people on my timeline today. People talking about, the way we've been playing. The way we've been playing the past 2 games is not championship winning material. You can have a slump, but not like this against teams that you should be winning against. Not against teams like this. If you're losing against teams that are like, for example, OKC, Cleveland, that's understandable. But if you're losing against teams like the Orlando Magic without the 3 of their best players and the Sixers with the losing record, then that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. And how many games have you lost at home this season? Like 6 games already at home this season? Like to start the year, last year at this point we had 0 losses at home. Last year at this point, bro, our first loss at home came in January, last season. We lost to the Clippers and the Nuggets back to back. We lost to the Lakers triple 3 games in a row. We lost at home, right? Or sorry, no, we lost 3 games in a row at home. No. But what I'm saying is we lost 3 games in a row at home. Sorry, not 3 games in a row. Sorry, I can't even talk. We lost 3 games at home in the second half of the year. We were unbeaten up until I remember we were down 12 against the Timberwolves and we came back and won in overtime. That game by Tatum, he scored 45 points or something like that game. Crazy game. Yeah. That's the game I want from my team. That's the type of performance I want from my team. Yes, we've nearly come back in many games this season. We came back from 26 down against the Pacers. I think was 26 down, and we almost won the game in overtime. But we should not be starting off games like this. Don't start off games with lack of defense, lack of effort. I'm seeing this lazy basketball from the Celtics in the past 2 games, and we have the ability to win games convincingly and comfortably. It's just we don't do it. We forced Sixers some turnovers in the fourth, and we could have come back and won the game, but we didn't because we were lazy on defense. We have been very sloppy on defense in the past, this season especially for me, because last season we were very good in the playoffs. In the playoffs, we were exceptional on defense. It's just I hope it's a championship hangover. I hope it's more of like the Celtics just kind of fall into a slump and be like we'll get out of it soon. But I don't want the slump to come now. I don't want it to happen now. I would have much rather it happened in Feb. Because people can be like, "Oh, we underestimate the Celtics in the playoffs," but then the Celtics will turn up in the playoffs. That's when I want to silence the haters and everything. That's the best time. But to be honest with you, a slump at this time ain't good anyways. Like regardless, actually, I take it back. A slump in any point of the season is not good. And people can say, "Oh, 22-8, you're complaining." I am, because of the last 2 games that I've watched. If it happened once in a while, I'd be like, "Do you know what? It happens." But this happened back-to-back games. So yeah, sorry, bro. Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you again, bro. I'm just really pissed off at the Celtics right now.
No, I understand it. Your December has been poor. I think the biggest metric that you've been reduced to in terms of why your December is poor is your 3-point percentage has gone down by a lot as a team. As you said, you're a team that lives and dies by the free because you put up a lot of threes, and I
We
think
lost.
this month
Yeah,
in
we lost.
particular, you're 6% down in terms of three
Mm.
point percentage over this period.
We've lost
Won
5
6, lost
games.
5.
5 games in December we've lost.
Yeah,
5 games, and we've won how many?
6.
6. We should be winning every single game. No offense to anyone, but I'm looking at the fixtures, right? Okay, apart from Cleveland, right? And maybe the Grizzlies, sure. Every other game we should be winning. It should be at least wins. But yeah, go on.
I would say a fit and healthy Sixers can give you a game. So I think it's not a guarantee win, but you should have won the game in my opinion. But I just think you messed up towards. You had a slow start and then you messed up towards the end, and especially when it came to momentum towards the end in our game. But yeah, the other teams you should have won. But I don't think it's bad to have a slump now, because I think if you have a slump now, at least you can rectify it. If you have a slump too late into the season, it gives you less time to rectify it and less time to kind of analyze what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. And I think at this point, after a Christmas game loss, after back-to-back losses for the first time in the season, I think it gives you your time, a team, to have a talk with each other, say, okay, shoot less threes, do a bit more of this, do a bit more of that, and kind of rejig how you are offensively and defensively as a team. So, if anything, I think this is the best time for me, because it's going into the new year. It's going into a kind of a fresh start for people. So you can look at the December as a way of, oh, it happened in the past. We're in a new year, it's 2025. We can be fresh again and reborn as a new Celtics. And I think it will mean that that you'll be a problem for most teams going towards the end of the season, especially after the All-Star break as well and in the playoffs. So yeah, there's always going to be a slump in the season for most teams. I think they're never going to be perfect during the season. You just hope the slump isn't during the playoffs. So as long as the slump isn't during the playoffs, then it's okay. You can rectify it. You have time to make some changes, adjustments to the way the team plays, maybe even to the rotations and lineups that you can change to affect the game. And yeah, and maybe focus on a different style of play as well. So I think it's just about giving yourself time really to adjust. But you can't have too bad of a slump because there are teams around you that are on winning streaks that are moving up, and you can't go from a team that could be top two to a team finishing fourth or fifth down the pecking order. So you don't want the slump to be for too long. So I think Celtics need to kind of wake up, and that's the major thing. I think the 3-point percentage needs to go up. I think reduce the freeze a bit for that to happen, and just refocus the team in terms of adding different styles and different ways of winning, and go towards the paint more. I think that's another thing that your team needs to do. Be more aggressive. I think Jason needs to be more aggressive. Jalen needs to be more aggressive. Even without KP, I don't think that's an excuse because I think he's maybe like a third or fourth option, if that. So I think your two big guys need
Yeah,
to step up and show out, and
bro.
especially Jason Tatum because of what happened in the summer with the Team USA and stuff like that.
The
I think
Celtics fans love to make sorry, hold that thought for a bit. Yeah, the Celtics fans always love to make excuses. Oh, we're missing this guy. We're missing that guy. It's not
yeah,
an excuse if your other players are missing shots. What if they also miss shots when they turn up? It's like people are like, oh well, we miss KP, we miss Drew, and what? We miss shots when it mattered most. So how can people still give me these excuses? It's not an excuse. It's not for losing to Orlando with the short-handed Orlando. That's not an excuse. Definitely not an excuse. I can't have it. Oh, there's no Tatum. We need Tatum to carry offense. Bollocks. Bollocks. We need to win games with players missing shots. Not missing shots. Excuse me. We need players to start winning games. Yeah, and make shots when it matters most. Not when it not miss shots, easy shots, easy layups in the clutch. I can't even talk because I'm so pissed off. Yeah, and trust me, there'll be Celtics fans be like, "Oh, you're reactionary, you're negative." I'm not being negative, bro. I'm just what I've seen the last two games have really pissed me off. I don't like to get pissed off at the Celtics, but the past two games has really done my head in. Really, absolutely done my head in, man. But go on, bro.
no, I agree, man. It's been
Continue what you're
it's
saying.
two terrible results, and I think I think there's always going to be points in the season where you're going to have a downturn, and it's just about how you kind of come back from this.
I'm
I think
back.
the new year, the new year is going to be big for the Celtics. I think, especially because you've got a somewhat a decent run of games. I think I don't think it's too bad in terms of the schedule. So yeah, January isn't too bad. You've got a couple tough fixtures in there, sprouted about. But if Indiana back to back, you got Toronto, Minnesota, then you got Houston, OKC, and Denver. So you got some tough games coming up. So you need to kind of rejig the way you're playing because you've got a couple games that are going to be tricky contests, and you can't be playing not poor, but this kind of average in a way. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of weeks for the Celtics as well. And in terms of my team, we just need to keep on winning. Um, and at least try and get a positive record and get into the higher play-in, lower playoff spots. That's probably the best we can do this season.
I reckon we'll get second. We ain't finished. We ain't beating Cleveland. People be like Cleveland will go on a slump. They ain't going on a slump though. At the rate they're going, they ain't going on a slump. The form that the momentum they're building is something else. We need to build our own momentum. If you want to catch Cleveland, you need to build your own momentum and beat them when it matters.
Yeah,
Not be like, oh, but we have to hope Cleveland lose. We have to win our games as well. FYI. Yeah. So yeah.
yeah. Watch
So
out for Go New York, Go New York, Go. Yeah, because they're coming for you as well. So you better
yeah,
watch out for
of
them.
course, of course. The Knicks are a good team. The Knicks are a good team. It's just
Yeah, man.
we need to go on a winning run.
They're
I
starting
reckon.
to pick it up. They're both those teams are on 5-win streaks.
No,
So
they are there.
yeah, so
I reckon we could beat New York. It's just about how it's about if the Celtics turn up. I'm always gonna question. I'm always gonna question my team on every show. Now I ain't gonna be that person. I'm gonna brag about the championship. I'll just say we're NBA champions, but I'm not gonna brag about it anymore because I just don't want to. I think it's a bit too arrogant, especially with the way we've been playing the last 2 games. I will remind people that we're NBA champions, but I'm not gonna say it arrogantly. Yes, we're current NBA champions, but still we have to play better. I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm going to be honest about certain situations like this because we've not been amazing in the past 2 games. And I know it's just 2 games, but it's 2 games that have really, really, really pissed off a lot of people. And I think Celtics fans are really, really starting to get concerned. There are some that are not. And okay, it's up to you if you want to be concerned or not. It's just how you overlook things. It's just how you look, what perspective you're looking at. Because for me, I'm more of the reactionary type. I'm a very reactionary person, right? Because especially in the past few years the Celtics have really pissed me off in the playoffs. Like they've not won when it matters, or when they've made the finals they've kind of just kind of fallen off a cliff, or just that, because the Golden State Warriors game, that was an inexperienced team. That was a very inexperienced team that made the finals. But the one thing I have to say is at least they turned up in Game 7 against Miami to get to the finals. So this is what I'm saying. If the Celtics play games like this in the playoffs, we ain't winning it. If they had games like this, like I pointed out today in the playoffs, we ain't making the finals playing like this. I believe we can still go win the championship this season. I'm still believing in my team, but I'm gonna call it out where it's due. I have to call it out when I definitely feel like the timing is right, and I think right now is because the defense has not looked good this season. Our offense has been a bit sluggish. We do score a lot of points, but at the same time we're taking too many 3-pointers, and we take too many a game. So there's more of it's more of for me. I'm just thinking in the next few games we need to show our 3-ball game. We need to knock him down. We need to make those 3-pointers when it matters. Don't just shoot 3-pointers because you want to. Shoot it when the momentum swings to your team. Because I remember when we beat Milwaukee at home, right? We took a couple 3-pointers and we won the game because the momentum was swinging to us. We played good defense. We had the ball. We as a team we believed and we won. The Celtics won the game, right? The thing is, we did not play well against Philly because we were cocky. I think the Celtics turned up this game being arrogant, be like, oh, it's the Sixers, the shitty Sixers team. It's still the Philadelphia 76ers, whether you like it or not. The Lakers were not good last season. They turned up against us at home. Whereas we underestimated them with LeBron and AD. Right? There are games where, you know what? We don't turn up when we're supposed to turn up. In games like, for example, there was one game last season or the year before. We beat we lost to what's that team we lost to again? I forgot who we lost to. We lost to I can't remember who it was. But they were missing so many of their good players. And we ended up losing the game. Or some games those short-handed teams make it a good game, make it a competitive game against us, and we ended up squeezing it. We ended up squeezing through the games. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Just gotta start, fucking winning games, in the right form. Because like I said, bro, I'm gonna say it again. January, the 4 games that we start the season off with: Houston, OKC, Denver, and Dallas. Sorry, Dallas. Who was the other team? And actually, I'm so sorry. Let me just bring it up again. It's Houston, OKC, Houston, OKC, Timberwolves, and Houston, OKC, Timberwolves, and then Denver Nuggets, right? Yeah, I'm correct. So T-Wolves, Rockets, Thunder, Nuggets. These 4 games to start January to start the 2025 year. and it's going to be tough. If you don't pick up momentum, bro, we're going to lose consecutive games, and it's not going to be good. It's not going to look good. I do not want to fall third to New York. I want to get that. I want to get that first seed. I still want to get that first seed, but I don't believe we will playing like this. So it has to get better. Has to get better. Continue, bro. Continue what you're saying, man. I don't mean to interrupt you once more. I'm so sorry, man. Today, people, if you're fed up with me, just don't watch. Just don't watch my stream, man. Just go to bed or whatever. I know you're all watching in America or something. Big up for you guys though. Subscribe if you want. Subscribe if you're at it.
No, it's okay, man. You've had back-to-back losses first time. It's been a bad month for the Celtics. So as a fan, especially if you're reactionary, and as you said, it. You know what? When you're emotionally invested in a team and you want them to win week in week out, you get upset when they're doing things that you know that they can. They're doing things that you know they shouldn't be doing, and you know they're not playing to the level that you expect them to, especially you're going after a chip. So it's kind of a thing where losing on Christmas Day kind of adds like a solid point to a bad month. It kind of solidifies a bad month for the Celtics. But as you say to me, and is the season's a long one, so there's plenty of opportunity for Cleveland to have a bad run, for New York to have a bad run. You never know what can happen. Couple injuries here or there. It's sports, you know. Anything can happen and will happen when it comes to sports. So you never really know what is next. You just gotta play game by game. So I think for the Celtics, they just gotta win the next game and then go on to the next one and really not focus on the long run and just focus on game by game and playing better each game. So, and as for my team, it's the same thing. We just need to win each game as it comes because as much as it's great beating the Celtics in Christmas Day, that doesn't really win you anything. There's no Christmas Day trophy. There's no prize for this. It's a good moment.
It's a special day, a special occasion. That's why, you know.
Yeah, it's just a happy day for me, not for you.
I mean, I could have said that last year, bro. Last year I was celebrating. We beat the Lakers.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, it swings and roundabouts.
I was like, Merry Christmas, you wheat bastards. I was celebrating. I was saying all that shit to them. You know what I mean? It was funny. But this year it's a bit more humble. I can't lie.
Yeah,
humbling to lose to. And I've been honest about the Sixers. I've always been honest about it. You know me. I have not trolled the Sixers one bit. I've always been open and honest about you guys, and I've always said you guys can still make the playoffs. It's about going on a run, and you guys are still and you guys are not having a good season, right? By your standards, by the Celtics standards, this is a bad loss. But it happens. I mean, you gotta move on. Really, it's gonna be hard to move on.
These Sixers are like a sleeping giant this season. I think we've underperformed up to this point. So this is a momentum swing and win, beating a team that won the chip last year, probably one of the top 3, top 4 teams in NBA, let alone in the East. So it's kind of one of those wins that can solidify and add a restarting point to the season where you can go on and do something special, maybe, and go on an improved run and win couple games in a row and have a bigger confidence that you can beat anyone and everyone on your day. So it just carry on the momentum for me. There's not really much else I could say. It was a great Christmas Day. There was a lot of great games. The Warriors Lakers games was a madness. Even the first was it Spurs Knicks? The Spurs Knicks game as well. That was a madness as well. So at some point, we need to talk about these Christmas Day games in the future. Obviously,
definitely.
today we're just talking about Philly, Boston, but Minnesota, Dallas was lit. You even had Phoenix, Denver. It was one of the better Christmas days, I think, in terms of games for me. Because usually, sometimes you get a couple lopsided games in Christmas Day, where you see a couple blowouts. But I think every game was competitive, which I like.
No, yeah, I hear that.
I think this is the first Christmas in a long time where I feel like every game was competitive and it felt like either team could have won.
Maybe not Denver against Suns though. I think that game was a bit more like, you know, and Dallas. It was all games were close apart from that game. I think really that game.
No, it was only Phoenix only won by 10.
Yeah, but then I think they were up by like 13 or more before that. So I think it was only 10 towards the end of the game. But yeah, I mean, we'll definitely talk about more Christmas games on Monday's show. But I feel like you know what it is, bro. I think with the fact that the NBA is happening at our different time zones, with NBA with football happening at night, stuff like that for our time zone at least. I think it's about time. I think we change our NBA streams to about like in the afternoon my time, or maybe after games really, if you'd like, because that's when that's when I feel like it's more. I think the viewership goes up. I think the views will go up. I'm not trying to brag about views. I'm not trying to say, oh, I want more views. I'm not trying to ask for more views. But in the set, I kind of am. But I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm begging for views. Like at like 3. I'd rather do it after the after the games. So after the game ends, I will go live and stuff like that, and I will try to do playback watch alongs people, but I just can't do it with the Celtics, man. Sometimes it's a roller coaster of a game. It's so hard to do watch alongs and focus on the chat at the same time. Maybe the playoffs will definitely do, but the Celtics games, I don't think I will do for the Celtics games. I have to keep that personal with the Celtics. It's personal with the Celtics. No, I'm not saying I'm upset at them. I'm like I hate them. No, it's just when it comes to the Celtics games, like when you watch your own team, you have to be so focused on the game. You just can't focus on other things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I feel like with
Yeah.
watch-alongs, it's not really much about you focus on the chat like in the breaks, but when you're watching the game, it's the reactions that people want to see. When I watch reaction videos and when I watched watch-alongs, it's the reactions to those moments because it's kind of like you're watching it with them.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I think after the games happen, we'll go live better than just going live later on in the day when the games have already been concluded. So we'll conclude the games right after as they go. So NBA streams will be happening in the morning our time when 2025. So by 2025, I will change timings of some streams. I will try and change the timing so it can benefit other people as well. So because when people from America, if they want to watch, they can watch NBA streams at nighttime before the games or after the games. Or if the NBA games are happening, let's say, or because if football happens at night, then that's what people are interested in football. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, different sports, different times, and everything. And NFL playoffs. Listen, if anyone wants to talk about NFL, if anyone wants to hop on and talk about NFL, please let me know. Please send me a message, because I would love to preview the NFL playoffs with you guys, because I have been following the NFL, not just as much because the Patriots have been shit, but yeah, I mean, I'll definitely sit down and talk NFL with somebody who is really really interested in talking about the NFL. So yeah,
I'll be down for that. Go Eagles. Go Birds, go.
I'll definitely bring you on, man. I'll definitely bring you on. And if anyone else wants to hop on, Eagles, yeah, they could win it this year. They could win it this year. At least your NFL team are doing well, bro. But you know what it is? One thing with the NFL, yeah, NBA Christmas beats NFL Christmas. Like, what were those fixtures, man, on NFL Christmas? Like,
yeah,
I'm sorry, just the NBA runs Christmas. NFL does not. NFL should stop this. NFL should stop these games on Christmas, man. They should stop these games on Christmas. Like, 2 dead games. I checked the score, and I'm like, the Kansas City Chiefs blew them out. Blew like was it the Texans out? The Texans?
Oh, the Steelers.
The Steelers. And then the Texans scored only 2 points against the Ravens. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, but the Ravens are a team that can win it all this season.
But the scoreline though, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy scoreline. So that's what I'm saying. I think the NFL needs to just scrap Christmas Day. I just be like, you know what? Hand it to the NBA. At least Thanksgiving games, they can have the Thanksgiving games. Sure, they can have the Thanksgiving games, but the NBA can have the Christmas games. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Like, but yeah, you got any last words before you move on or wrap it up?
No, good day for Christmas games. We'll talk more in the future. And yeah, go Sixers and go Birds. And yeah,
100% Eagles. You mean?
Yeah, go Birds, go.
So yeah, the Lakers game was a bit like interesting though. I mean, the Warriors like it was a good game towards the end. I mean, that shot by Curry will be crazy. Will definitely be watched by many like in many years time. But it's just how they ended that game was very unfortunate because they could have gone overtime. It really could have gone overtime. And Luka's out again. You know, these injuries are flowing thick and fast, man. Injuries are just they're such a cancer to the sport, man. Honestly, they're such
Yeah,
a cancer.
definitely.
And yeah, I guess it's gonna be after today. We're gonna close it out. I left King's link in the title piece, so make sure you go and subscribe. We'll be back for the NBA talk on I think Monday night show or something like that, and we'll definitely talk about. We have to do the F1 season review, so that's gonna happen maybe tomorrow, maybe afternoon. If you're interested, if you guys are interested in the F1 season again, we're just gonna review the whole season again. Just talking, just go quick half an hour, quick 45 minutes, and talk about the best rates of the year, the best moments of the year and all of that stuff. Just to give a bit of a recap. And yeah, I'll definitely do football end of year review, NBA 2024 end of year review as well. So we'll definitely do more shows. So the next show we'll be doing will be the 24 end of year review and stuff like that for the NBA. The next football show I do will be football at the end of 2024 year. And yeah, all that good stuff. I mean, New Year's fast approaching. The year's flown by fast. I've passed 100 subs, so thank you for all for that. Thank you for the support. Make sure you subscribe. I would love to reach 110 before the end of the year. If you can, I left the link in the quote tweet, so please make sure you guys go and click the link and subscribe. It's free to do so, and make sure you subscribe to King as well. He's definitely gonna do shows on his channel, soon. So yeah, it's in the title, and make sure you like the video. Make sure you show us some support. Troll the Celtics in the chat all you like. I'll be reading your comments. I'll definitely respond to your chat. Make sure you keep it respectful. And yeah, have a good one, King. And I'll definitely see you on the next show, bro.
Definitely love the show. Peace to everyone. Happy holidays. Happy New
Holidays.
Year. And yeah, man. Good way to end the 2024 for my Sixers.
100%. 2024 will forever be a memorable. Fucking hell. Started again. 2024 will forever be a memorable year for the Celtics fans because we won the NBA championship, right? And that's that really. That's all I could ask for. Apart from we lost to the short-handed Lakers at home, but we'll talk about that some other time. And yeah, cool. NBA champions 18 times. Great 2024 for the Celtics, but gotta end it strong. 3 games left to go. Raptors, Pacers, and Pacers again. 3 games to go. Come on, let's go. Gotta get those wins to start the year strong with at least 3 wins against 3 very, very strong opponents. But yeah, people, let's do this today. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna close the stream out now. Thank you guys for the comments. Thank you guys for the support. And yeah, make sure you guys have a great rest of your holidays. And I'll see you in a couple days. Take care. Go Celtics.